the roof after the repair. There was holes all through this thing. You can see where the tree hit in the front. So I ripped it all up, replaced the roof back to this seam. So there's no punctures or anything past this part. There was one you can see in the bump out. That's all squished. I need to bend that back. But anyway, I'll show you some pictures of the before. And of course I fixed the inside too. But anyway, people swear by this Endurobond tape, but I'm looking at, I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see it on camera, all these little ripples. I don't like the look of that. I think it's gonna, water is gonna get behind that eventually. I know people say this stuff's great, and it did keep everything dry when I had it patched until it got me through the winter with the holes and everything. But I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up and put a little strip of self-leveling on either side. Anyway, I'll show you guys the after. So this was December 23rd. We had a big windstorm, and when I got back from a trip I was on for Christmas, I got these pictures from a neighbor. Someone had been down to check out the trailer and their cottage, and they found there was a tree that had sheared off and landed right on the roof. So they sent me these pictures. I don't know, it was just after Christmas. So I asked them if there was any punctures, and they got up and got this picture here. Immediately went into panic for water could get into the trailer. I got my saw and some gas and went down, and this is the bedroom. I went right through the ceiling. There's a stick right through there. So I went down and chopped it all off, but it was really damaged. It ended up being written off by insurance, but I thought, what the hell, I'll throw some Endurobond on it, see if it can get through the winter, and maybe I can fix it in the spring. I had to use a heat gun to get it warm. There's the Endurobond covering the holes. I kind of jacked it up to get the dent out of it so I could make it fairly watertight. Ended up getting a little bit of water into a hole I missed on the bump out, because I did come down probably a month or so later and found a bunch of wet insulation. So I ripped, this is what I had to keep the snow up. Then I ripped all the insulation out, and I did put a new rafter up there. And then I came down in the spring, and so there's more insulation I ripped out. But when I came down in the spring, me and a friend of mine, we went ahead and we ripped off the whole ceiling, replaced the 2 sheets of plywood in the front. I had some TPO I bought, so I laid that down to the seam there. You can see I just used Endurobond on the seam. Came back a little later and used this almost like a cardboard, like an MDF stuff, to fix the ceiling. And then I just used a peel and stick wallpaper, and it looks pretty good. It's watertight, and it's doing the trick. So it doesn't look pretty on the front where it's all dented in, but everything's kind of back to the way it was. So now I'll take you back to current this past weekend, when I'm just going to finish putting some self-leveling on the Endurobond. I'm just using this die-core self-leveling. That's what I use. It seems to be pretty good. It stuck really well, so I had a tube left over, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on either side of the Endurobond. Alright, that's bead on either side. I think that'll help a lot. See other people online doing the same thing, so this Endurobond tape, like I said, is pretty good, but I don't know if this is long of a run of it. It seems to bubble up quite a bit, so this should keep it where it's supposed to be.